Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much, Shoaib. I don't deserve the kind of stuff that you were saying about me, but I'm grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to be here today. Akhter Hameed Khan, I met late in his life, unfortunately. He was a great man. I think he was the greatest Pakistani that I have met. I say that after having thought about it. I just don't say that it's not a flippant remark. Because Akhter Hameed Khan, his mind was immense. He had his knowledge, his ability, his way, he was a well-read person. And the greatest thing about him, and he was a humble man, extremely humble man. His humility and his love for poor people is something that all of us should emulate. Given his background, leaving the ICS and then doing physical labor, actual physical labor. I met Mr. Sultan. In fact, I walked into his office and I was looking for ways to bring microcredit to farmers, to the agriculture sector. And then Shoaib introduced me to Dr. Akhter Hameed Khan. And we went and visited OTP. And for me at that time, it was in the 90s, 97 I think it was. It was an eye-opener, a complete eye-opener. We do not understand how poor people live. The concept poor is just a word. So when you go and sit with poor people in your community and talk to them, you realize what poor people are and what their challenges are and what their lives are and how they manage the meager resources that they have to get by. And you see their honor and you see their dignity when you go and sit with them. Dr. Akhter Hameed Khan took me to communities in Orangi. We went into their homes. So it was, 4 walls and a corrugated iron ceiling, roof. But inside the house, it was clean. It was very, very well decorated. And it was the home. It is a failure of government, successive governments in Pakistan, that we have not recognized the real issues of Pakistan and devised real ways of solving them. All of the stuff that Hasan has been saying, I heard him say this 25 years ago, and ever since then. But has the municipality of Karachi, has the government of Pakistan ever paid attention to this and espoused it as a way forward in urban development? No. That's why we are in the state that we are in. But all this can be reversed, of course. But getting back to Akhter Hameed Khan, I learned many lessons from him. He was very kind enough, and it took a lot of cajoling for him to travel outside Karachi at that age and come to Lodha. And he also did me a great favor by helping me set up the Lodha pilot project, in which he sent one of his key people to Lodha to help set it up. Akhter Hameed Khan's word lived with me, and there are two especially that I use to talk to people, especially when we're trying to do new things and bring change. And one of them is the concept of action research. And what he said about how to get things done, learn by doing. Learn by doing is the greatest thing that I have that I've heard and I've taken to myself. Because we cannot know everything when you go into a new project, what the dimensions are, and you cannot plan everything. So he said action research. And that's what he did in Orangi. That's why Orangi became a successful project. So this country owes to Akhter Hameed Khan. And I think it's a failure that we cannot use his policies. We haven't been able to check. Everybody in Pakistan speaks very highly of Akhter Hameed Khan. He is known as a great man. It's a failure of governance, it's a failure of the elite also, because people have not batted around this concept as they could have. It is lonely figures like Akhter Khan and Sultan Khan who are still, and people here, I see a lot of old faces who have been together in the journey of Sultan Sahab and Akhtar. The challenge is there. I mean, if we haven't handled these challenges for the last 30, 40 years, with the result, the figures, the statistics speak for themselves, and even today nobody is handling them. Karachi is sinking in a sea of urban solid waste. The sewage system is broke. You have, I think the third big sinkhole happened in one of the main arteries of Karachi. My journey with Akhter Hameed Khan and the Sultan Sahab taught me the basic lessons of life. And when I used to go to communities with Sahab, it was an eye-opening experience. People would actually talk and you could actually listen to them. For poor people, I figured out, there's no conversation between rich and poor in Pakistan, except the way Sahab and Akhter Hameed Khan used to do. We need to understand that, and that is the way we will solve problems in this country. I remember I took Mr. Shahbaz Sharif to OPP also, and Akhter Hameed Khan and Parveen and everybody explained everything to him. But he went back and did nothing. That's it. This one visit, which I had to cajole him into going, but nothing happened after that. Imagine if you could take this model and the governments, the provincial government and the local department could actually espouse that as an ideal and make change the whole sanitation policy, change the whole policy of how they approach poor communities, this country would change. So you have thousands of villages in Pakistan where billions have been spent in making underground sewage systems that are blocked, are overflowing, and same sewage on the streets. Nobody knows how to fix them. So we waste billions of this poor country's money on schemes that have no sustainability. We are trying now with the Imran Khan government to change that, but the challenges of the last decades of this rule and the wrong policies are immense. We are making our own mistakes also, but our goal is very clear, Imran Khan's vision is very clear, and if any government can succeed to change the paradigm of Pakistan development, it is Imran Khan's government, inshallah. Thank you very much, sir. It's been very kind, and Rasa, I apologize for having interrupted your very, very interesting lecture, but I have to get somewhere in time, so I will leave from you. Thank you very much. It's been an honor to speak here.